YouTube. Hi, everybody.
This is Late Night Parents. Way to follow the show.
I've been
LOP.TV.
drinking.
We got Tony D.
What's good? What's happening?
Tony D, you starting trouble?
No, but trouble likes to find me.
Trouble likes to find. Brian TX, Cataskull himself. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just enjoying my blissful vacation, sipping back my bourbon.
There's nothing better than a staycation. I know everyone likes to to go on vacation and you're ripping and running and you're trying to, let's just say if you have a 7-day vacation, you factor in your 5 working days and then
the weekend.
your weekend. And how many days are you actually on vacation? Maybe 4 or 5? Because you gotta have to, at some point you got to travel back because you have to factor in travel time. And then you got to decompress.
Yep. Get back in the world because if you're say if we're in Vegas, that's a 2-hour time difference, and then if you're over there, you get used to the time change. So, it's been great, man. Been waking sleeping in till about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Change, get my cup of coffee, go to the gym for about an hour and a half or an hour, depending how busy it is.
Okay.
And then after that, come home, then I read what I need to read and study and take my little intermittent breaks. Some breaks are a little bit too long, as today has shown. But other than that, I mean, no, it's great. I mean, it feels good. I mean, I had 101 PTO hours, so it's like use it or lose it.
Yeah.
And the last time I actually took a vacation was for my birthday last year in Vegas. So
okay.
So I mean, minus the holidays, we get our holiday pay and everything, but still, an actual vacation, and it's been great.
That's good.
Hey,
And any
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Huh?
Hey, City, how you doing? Any projects you're working on the staycation or?
No, I mean, I help. Well, I mean, on the Saturday and Sunday, we were trimming down the tree branches around the house because apparently, the HOA regulations. So we're trimming those down. So now we got a whole big stack that we got to light on fire. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's just like me just kind of handling my business and learning new material for my up and coming endeavor.
So I have a tree on the right-hand side of my house. It's actually not on my property, but certain parts of the branches lean over. And I know I'm able to cut that back, anything that's leaning over the property line. But I tell you, I've had that conversation with my neighbor to be like, okay, what do we need to do? Let's go halvesies on this. And let's just rip this thing down and call it a day. Because it's not doing you any good. It's not, I mean, it's giving you a little bit of shade, but ultimately it's deteriorating both of our roofs over a certain period of time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and have that conversation again, but I was kind of met with a stiff arm because even the cost of everything nowadays is just through the roof.
Inflation.
The roof.
Yeah, because the inflation is killing everybody.
I don't know what to do. I just know a few years ago it was one price to trim your hedges or trim tree branches or stuff like that. Nowadays it's just, I don't know, it's kind of
thank goodness there's a Home Depot and a Lowe's and you can just do it yourself.
Yes, but when it's 20 feet high in the air,
well, I mean, yeah, you basically have to run a risk of taking a ladder, putting it up, climbing up there, and then having it strapped, create a strap to hold the branch. So as you cut it,
right,
falling on a house. It's not falling on a fence. It's not falling on Nemo.
Have you done that before in the past?
We have like this one. It's a chainsaw, but it's already on a long rod, and we just hold it up and just kind of trim it that way, kind of hack it that way. You could buy it at Home Depot, Lowe's.
Got it.
Yeah. So
Got it.
it's a mini chainsaw, but it's specifically designed just for that reason.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Now, if it's a big thick branch, yeah, it's going to take a minute, but eventually
Mhm.
the job done.
But it's like a battery operated.
Some are, well, the newer ones now, but there's still some that are gasoline.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So now
But other than that, waking up 9 o'clock, 10 in the morning, it's great versus waking up at 5:30.
what would you do, Brian, if you were able to do that for the rest of your life?
Oh, dude, if I was rich, man.
Let's not even say rich. Let's just say well off. But it
Oh.
allowed you
Financially well off? Oh, dude,
Yes.
yeah.
financially
Oh.
well off where you could wake up 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, go get
Mhm.
yourself some coffee.
Go to the gym for however long I want, and then just kind of have away my day. Like go to the zoo or go to Memorial Park and walk the track, enjoy nature, go feed some ducks.
Yo, Tony, remember what happened? What happened?
This dude said he wants to have a bachelor party deep sea fishing the other week. I couldn't forget. I'm just thought about
Exactly. Yeah, go deep sea. Yeah. If I was to have a bachelor party, I'd go deep sea fishing, or we could go spelunky, like cave diving,
Oh my goodness.
or we could go bow fishing on the Louisiana swamp and do some bow fishing out there.
Tony, I got a question to ask you because you are in my age bracket and we are 10 years Brian senior.
Mm-hmm.
You remember like just waking up, going outside and picking up the newspaper? Like
And reading it.
and reading it. You remember stuff like that where you just like,
to read it. Yes.
a couple of times a week you get the New York Times delivered to your house.
During the summer, one thing you did every day if you was bored, you got the paper, you read it.
You read it.
You read all the news. You read the entertainment. You read the sports. You read the comics. You read your horoscope.
Yes.
You might look at the one ad to see what the job market was looking like. You might look at the stock market and compare what's on the paper to what's on the news. You know what I'm saying? You look to see what's in the movies.
And then at the bottom of the right hand corner, Columbia Records.
Like, yeah. All that, yeah. For a penny.
Yeah.
For a penny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For a penny.
I've done all of it. Yes.
I don't know. It's got to be more to it than this rat race.
The TV guide was in the newspaper, not on the
TV guide was in the newspaper.
Yes.
Or you buy it individually. Yeah.
You learned the names of certain reporters and editors because you had to read the damn paper.
And my dad loved the crossword puzzles.
Yes.
I did for a minute, yes.
Yeah, I was always do the word find.
Circus,
and then
Gasoline Alley. You know what I'm saying? Blondie.
Oh man, and then the magazine highlights, the highlights book for kids. Yeah, I had a lot of those.
I had highlights,
coloring,
and
learning,
Odyssey. I had all three of them.
Yeah, learning new words, and those are the fun days. And then after that, like on the weekends, play some Sandlot ball, some Sandlot baseball, Sandlot football, kickball.
Go out somewhere, try to find where everybody's at, see what we're gonna do today.
Yep.
Yeah, and then on Halloween, everybody gather around like the basketball court at night with a little campfire and read scary stories to tell in the dark.
Speaking of Halloween, shout out to these.
Yeah, dude, those are the fun times.
Do you guys go to Starbucks or anything like that?
No.
Brian, you go to Starbucks or anything?
if that's the only thing available. But I'm a Minuti coffee loyalist.
Okay. Guess what's available in Starbucks already?
What?
The pumpkin spice macchiatos.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice season.
Yes. Already. It's already, they're getting ready for Halloween.
You want your pumpkin spice latte, your
Not
pumpkin
even
spice
September.
macchiato, your pumpkin spice
Not even September
frappuccino,
yet. And right after this is going to be Thanksgiving.
peppermint.
No. Yeah, right after Halloween is Thanksgiving. And then boom, you're going to see Christmas trees and everything out there.
And then and like eggnog flavor too.
Eggnog flavor.
Yeah, I love eggnog though.
Eggnog stinks.
Dude, it's August.
Whatevs.
It's
Eggnog
August.
stinks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, I know they got to stay ahead.
Yeah, but it's early because I did go to the supermarket today, and you just made me think about it. The
Mhm.
Halloween candy, the candy was already out, looking like they're ready for Halloween.
Halloween decorations are already out. Yeah.
See?
I did kind of notice that. Yes.
Got you thinking.
Yeah.
Got you thinking. You see. Many moons ago, there was a specific episode where Joe. Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe.
Oh yeah, we still got to come up with a GoFundMe for an iPhone for him.
Man, Joe, where are you? Dude, reach out to us. If you actually watch this part of the video. Joe and I did a segment once on deepfakes. And the term itself, deepfakes, was coined back in November 2017. And it was named basically by a Reddit user who created a subreddit account dedicated to sharing videos that use open source face swapping technology to create a not for safe work content featuring celebrities. So the initial use of deepfake technology was controversial and highlighted the potential for misuse. It led to widespread discussion about ethical implications and the need for regulatory measures. But in November 2017, making a deepfake required too much technical skill for the output to be taken any more seriously than any other fun with Photoshop propaganda. You know, so we go from 2017 to a few years later, and you think about it, 7 years later, meaning today, after the term deepfake was coined, absolutely anyone who's interested in making a photorealistic image or video or anything that has the ability to do so at no or very low cost is this is happening real time. None of this stuff is new. The AI story is just, we're seeing, over the past few years, former presidents, posting deep fakes, several days in a row. I don't know. It's just this type of stuff. This is stuff. Tony and I did a video on smishing.
I think so, yeah.
On smishing, not phishing, but sending fish messages through SMS, text messages. But this AI generated content that continues to seep into our collective consciousness.
What you talking about?
And just impacts our beliefs and behavior over time. So no matter what your position on this is something you just need to think about with deepfakes. Based on that, you guys have any comments on deepfakes? Any concern about it?
I mean, it is concerning. I mean, because you got people that are more tech savvy now, and then they could just, take your picture out of an old picture and then create something fake out of it and just say and try to make it as real, and people believe it.
Yeah,
because we all believe in negativity versus actual like wait and see, you get more information. But you know,
The thing with
it is.
defense, I think you said it started in 2017. I thought it was out before then. I was actually thinking about it when you said it.
Mhm.
I think I remember hearing that term before 2017, but it may have been coined in that year, like you said. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Brian, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. I thought you was
No,
done.
no.
And if I seem distracted, it's only because Madam Vice President just got on stage.
Got it. Got it.
Oh.
We are currently doing some counter programming against
Counter? Concurrent is the word.
concurrent.
or inner promotional.
Yeah. It's been a good convention though. It's been actually Monday kind of had me for a minute, but they found a way to put some spice to this.
I mean,
And
yeah. I
really
mean, you
give
got
the
Little John coming out in the crowd with his popular catchy tunes, and then I mean, like I said, like the celebrity line is just a long list.
The energy that was on the RNC, I thought was going to be higher than this. And I actually spoke on this when Biden stepped down and changed the element of the game.
Hmm.
And she was coming up, the controversies against her, but then there's so much support behind her. We actually do have somewhat of a decent election based on the energy for both sides and the support for both sides, instead of everybody seeming to be on one side because they're tired of the other, like they have been over the past 2-3 elections at the very least.
Valid.
I'm starting to see a level playing field myself.
You got to energize your bases to get out there.
But it doesn't always work for both sides at the same time. If
Say it
we can
again?
be honest, for both sides at the same time, I don't think I've ever seen it work this good. Right now, we'll think about George W. Bush was in office. They were tired of Democrats from Clinton. Obama got in office. They were tired of Republicans from Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Then when Obama was out, Trump came in. Trump started a whole stir amongst all three, and I will say the Democratic, the Republican, and even the Independent, in my opinion. There was a big stir amongst everybody. You got the liberal and Tea Parties. I don't really give them a whole lot. I don't know much about them, but I know independents seem to be so, you know what I'm saying? Vocal more. Now we've got, it was almost 3 months ago. Actually, 3 months ago, we actually saw Trump was a shooter. We all thought it.
Yeah, because that whole
Biden stepped down, and then Madam Vice President steps up, and I was kind of iffy myself. I admit it, because I didn't know how she was going to be as a president. But now I'm seeing this court, and
my only thing though is,
Ted, I changed the subject.
No. Go ahead. Go.
No, like at least my only thing is, like, when is she actually going to have a sit down interview, like an unscripted interview? When is that going to happen? And then two, like, I want to see the strings cut. I want to see Kamala, since everyone wants to correct me on since I say Kamala, but anyway, potato. But I want to see her like really let go, like cut the strings off of her versus the goofy gas that we've been seeing. See what she's really about.
Well,
we know what Trump is really about.
I'll say this.
Trump has he has no strings on him. You see him. Like I said, like when it comes to Trump, I'm like, all right, cool. But then when he goes to other stuff, I'm like, damn it, dude, come on.
That's my point. Take it easy. That's my point.
Wait, hold on. Let me just jump in and say this, Brian. To her defense, she's been a candidate for 3 weeks, so I'm guessing after this actual nomination and she accepts it and she goes to this, I think that's when everything has to come in place, meaning you have to have all your team in place, not your transition team, but you have to have like your policy team and everything else that is drawing information up for her. Because I mean, let's just be realistic. These candidates are not going to know every aspect of everything,
right?
So they're going to have their teams to do the research and development and everything else like that. But I'm thinking I would not be surprised if after this you see the cord is cut and she has to start getting out there and having constructive interviews, not just you show up at at the hangar and you do your speech and your stump speech and you get back on the plane.
Yeah, I want
That's
to
what I'm hoping
actually.
for.
I actually want her to have a sit down, unscripted interview with anybody.
Who do you want her to have a sit down with? If you had one option.
Lester Holt.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
He's still in the mix.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a while.
He's still in the
Yeah.
mix.
We actually did an interview with she did a sit down with Uncle Luke not too long ago.
Yeah,
On this podcast.
yeah.
So she's
I
already
was
done that.
waiting for you to say Brian Joe Rogan, like a 3-hour
No,
slobber knocker.
no, because Joe's not going to play ball. I mean, he's going to ask her what he wants to ask her.
Yeah, would you?
I don't think that she'd be. I don't think she'd be ready to have that type of talk with
Why
a
not?
Rogan.
Why not?
Tony, would you have a problem with
I'd like to see her do it, but I don't
Matt
think she'll be comfortable doing it.
Would I have a problem doing what, Brian? On Ted?
Would you have a problem with her doing a sit down with Rogan?
No.
Or like an Aaron Rodgers, someone that, because I think the first thing is when she starts doing the sit downs, people are going to say, oh, they're doing softball questions. So get someone that's clearly center right to sit down.
Then okay. So if you want to go
like super right, I'm going to say, nah, don't even do it.
No. No, actually, you know what? Take away the mainstream media. Let's get an independent media, like a Kim Iverson.
Let me do this.
Actually, Kim Iverson would be perfect because Kim Iverson does her homework.
Let me do this.
Oh
Whoever
yeah.
Whoever interviews her.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, you got to be fair with the question. What are you going to ask her that is so controversial and why? We don't have to just yet. She is a vice president. I'm pretty confident she can answer these questions. We're just not sure how she's going to be in office. She is an attorney general. She's going to answer legally. Anybody who's any type of lawyer knows you got to say words that's going to be. You can express
on the
yourself.
record.
You can express yourself without compromising yourself.
Right.
I do understand that. So people asking a question to push the envelope, it ain't necessary. I'm not saying she can't handle, but it's not necessary. And even with Trump, they was asking him questions, but people were so ready to dig at him from day one, and we saw it. Even during his presidency, we saw it. They was going at him day one, but they go at everybody on day one. I get it. I think she'll handle it fine. Every politician, they're kind of familiar with what's going on. I don't know how long she's been in politics outside of just an attorney general.
Not long.
We knew how long Biden was in politics.
She was a senator.
I mean, yeah, she got in like 2014 or no 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a new senator.
Mm-hmm.
So she's pretty much she's still kind of green in the game.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I would agree to that because I think Obama was young in the game when he got elected as well.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's politically, I'm not sure about. Legally, I have got no question.
Yeah,
Legally,
but I mean, but yeah. So I know like a lot of people don't have faith in the mainstream media on all channels, but I think if we get somebody from the independent media, because a lot of people do watch independent media, myself included. But I think
slow down.
Independent media. But anyway, but I think there's somebody that would be that's a really good journalist that would have a sit down chat with her. I would say it would be like Kim Iverson, Aaron Mate, Glenn Greenwald. Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of like that'd be fair and unbiased. That'd be fair and impartial.
I can't lie. The one person that I would have loved to have seen interview, had he still been around, probably would have been iconic. Rest in peace, Phil Donahue.
Yeah.
Phil was the man with ask you a question down the middle, no direct attacks, and letting people judge themselves.
Dan Rather, yeah.
Dan as well, yes.
Or if he was still alive, Walter Cronkite.
Yeah, any of them. I mean, just be straight up. You ain't got to be at.
Don't have to
You
be
don't,
like,
you don't have
that's
to
not
be
part of the script.
antagonistic. Of course, you got to answer the tough questions. We got that. We all have tough questions.
Yeah.
We all have tough questions, but I think she needs to be introduced.
But
Be introduced to this game for some reason. I don't know what it is. I
but
don't know.
I think overall, like I think the perfect person to interview her would be Kim Iverson.
Okay.
And I speak very highly on Kim for like the last 5 years.
Yeah. No,
Like
definitely.
she does her homework. She does no bullshit. I mean, she was fired from the Hill because they were going to do an interview with Fauci. She had a long list of questions for Fauci, and Fauci's team were like, "Nah, keep her off."
Because she's going to push the envelope.
Exactly. Well, I mean, she's gonna because she does her homework, like because she even said like,
Dude, it's not
why?
even so much about doing your homework. You're
Oh,
trying to
actually, you know what?
out.
Actually, you know what? Brianna Joy Gray.
She got
People are
fired
asking
too,
questions.
didn't she?
She got fired from the Hill, but on the whole the Israel Gaza deal because like
People are asking questions to push the envelope and to start things.
no, not to start things, but I'm just saying like they are real actual journalists that would actually talk and ask good questions,
Yeah.
not softball handed. So yeah, Kim Iverson or Brianna Joy Gray. There you go.
Okay.
And honestly, we all know Elon Musk did his interview with Trump on Twitter, well X. He's actually said he would welcome the same conversation, the same platform to Kamala Harris. That I will wait for because I will give Elon credit. He let Trump talk.
Yeah.
He let him talk. There was no cutoff. The same way you said with the independence, there was no cutoff. There was no craziness. He asked the question and he let him answer it the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
I think he would do the same. And if he didn't, that would say a lot about him.
Yeah, and for those that are not familiar with Kim Iverson, she's been in radio for a very long time, and then lately she has gotten into politics, and she was independent, and then she was working with the Hill for about a year, and then she was let go because the whole thing involving Fauci, that their team did not want her on there, where she's like, wait, and the thing about it was the team the team on the Hill were trying to kind of let her down easy, but she's like, if we're supposed to be a team, she goes, I'm going by my contract of saying like you're letting me have free reign, and she showed him the question she was going to ask, but Fauci's team was like, no, we're not going to have her on. We'll just have Robbie and Brianna, and even Brianna and Robbie were like, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up.
Right.
So like you could read the body language while they're interviewing, like, yeah, we need Kim out here and then ever since when Kim got let go, ratings started to drop a little bit because people really appreciated Kim because Kim was always on it. There was like no holding back with Kim because she would always she'll give them they have like a thing called a radar, like what's on your radar, and she'll go and she'll show them like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, blah 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 blah, and she always got the green light. But for when it came to Fauci, they're like, nope, sorry. So now like since she's back being independent and like she's already hit I don't know what her subscriber like is now, but she gets a lot of views, like over 300,000 views per segment that she does. And then same thing with Brianna. Brianna's smart as shit, and Brianna used to be a part of the Bernie Sanders team. Like she was like the media spokeswoman or the press. She used to do the press. She would handle the press for Bernie Sanders. So she's very heavily politically and after 2020, then she's now like I don't know if she's still like Democrat, but I think she's more independent than Democrat. But she has her own podcast called the Bad Faith Podcast, and she has a lot of good. I mean, and the latest one, she had a talk with Ralph Nader.
Random Rick, what's good? Appreciate you coming through, bro.
What up, Rick? So yeah.
So tomorrow, I want to just segue to this real quick, and then we can talk a little bit of sports.
Sure.
RFK Jr. is gonna have a big announcement. Huge announcement. Huge.
I'm shocked by what I read. I'm just going to see if it's going to happen.
I mean, the girl running with him made that call.
Yeah.
Woman.
Nancy.
Women, don't call a girl.
His
Okay.
VP.
His VP running mate,
That's
Nancy.
like calling you. That's like calling you a boy. When you gonna stop?
What I
Um,
said.
I'm surprised he dropped. Of course, we knew he wasn't going to win. I think he was an
No.
option for a lot of people, while others didn't realize it. So for him to drop it for the move that I read that he said he's going to do, I just got to see if it's going to happen because I don't want to throw the speculation out there to give it any, extra energy. I'm shocked. I am shocked, and I'll admit that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I think, according to what Nancy Shanahan, I think that's her name. I know it's Nancy, but I think her name was like Shanahan. But she was like saying that that they were going to go ahead and withdraw, so that way they could be more prepared for 2028. Because you have a better shot at 2028. Because 2028, it's all fair game.
Right.
So, Tulsi Gabbard, let's go.
Her name's in that mix too.
Tone, I got a pop culture question for you.
No, let's do it.
Reasonable Doubt. There's been a lot of talk about Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z's inaugural album is probably his best album. As you know,
Save that question right there. I would love to answer that one day. Go ahead.
We know Dame Dash has run into some money issues and he's being sued, and
I saw that.
the judge is forcing him to pay, sell his portion of Reasonable Doubt, the publishing. He has been asking for $10 million. That $10 million gets you ownership of the publishing for 7 years, because the publishing reverts back to Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, in 2031. Tone, two-prong question. Would you pay $10 million for the publishing for Reasonable Doubt? And the follow-up question is your thoughts on 50 Cent saying, Dame, I got 12 million.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to bring that in. I was going to bring that in there. What I paid for it, absolutely. It's a hip-hop classic. Number two, I knew 50 was going to probably sneak his butt in there and do that. That's just number one, is good business more than it's petty. It would be good business. If he would have sell it to Jay-Z, say Jay-Z wasn't going to buy it from him because they may have had issues, whatever, 50 got a leg up on him. 50 dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But Reasonable Doubt was one of the better. I remember when that album came out, honestly. Me and a couple fellas that got off of work, we was going to drive out of town, go hang out that night at a club. And he was playing the CD, and I was like, who's this? He said, Jay-Z. Who? You know the dude that was with Jazz. I know Jazz, but who Jazz? Okay, so I was listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
That beat to Politics as Usual.
So I'm going to follow up again and say Reasonable Doubt or Illmatic?
Personally, Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
Now, best Jay-Z album? Great question. Because I actually had American Gangsters, one of his best albums ever.
Okay.
I remember when it came out and I was getting phone calls. You got to check this out. You got to check. Everybody knew me. I was on the road trips. I was looking for the CDs. American Gangster might have been one of the first albums of his that I flowed all the way through and didn't stop.
Mm.
You know, every now and then you get an album, you got to skip a song here, skip a song there.
Right.
American Gangster, I did not, nor did I want to. When I get CDs, when I used to get them back in the late 90s, when I got music, mid-90s through the 2010 era, about 15 years, I bought a CD to take a road trip. I would listen to it while I was driving. My first impression used to be how I would judge music. That American Gangster CD, epic. Nothing wrong against Reasonable Doubt. Nothing wrong against Life of Tom Shaw Carter, with the one that had a Hard Knock Life on it.
Yes.
That CD was, but I got to put American Gangster, Reasonable Doubt, and then I think that was volume 2 or volume 3. I forgot. That was the gray one. I gotta check that out. I kind of put them in that order, but definitely I would say American Gangster was his best one to me.
Brian, any thoughts or any comments on this one?
I really wasn't that big in the hip hop scene. Like I was
Okay.
only selective. I was only selective like create like the Bone Thugs and Harmony and their individual albums, and then Tony's personal favorite, Big Daddy Kane. Um, but
He is a
like I
favorite
wouldn't.
of mine.
I wasn't all that big into like Diddy and Jay-Z and all that. So
Okay.
no comment. So I was all like DMX, Ludacris.
And it
Okay.
was volume 3. I just looked at it. It was volume 3.
Volume 3, right?
Yeah,
So
volume 3.
yeah,
Volume
so
3 was dope.
I have no fight in this game.
Where he had like the denim suit on, like the Calvin Klein denim
Standing
suit.
on the car, yeah, in the
Yeah.
city.
Okay. We get down to the crux of tonight's discussion. Bell Kings Fantasy Football.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, this is week 3 of the preseason.
Mhm.
Yep.
I believe 2 games were today, and then scattered throughout the rest of this week. Do you guys remember when we got to the point where it seemed like none of the creme de la creme players were playing in preseason?
Preseason?
Yeah.
Yes. That's been happening for, I want to say, over a decade now.
But
Okay.
because now you have 3 preseason games
Mm-hmm.
because to compensate to have an additional game
Mm-hmm.
for the regular season.
So when they go to 18, will it be preseason or no preseason?
I forgot about that story. I think they were going to cut one preseason game, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
because but I think like before preseason game was fun because each guy's they're applying for a job.
Mm-hmm.
I think the preseason games were better than an extended postseason because the rookies, the draft picks, the trades, everybody's trying to feel their way through the game, and they can use those games. Hype or no hype, entertainment or no tainment. They definitely need to get used to that environment and that type of coverage.
Yeah.
I almost want to say we need to go as fans for them to also experience the audience.
Yeah.
Have you ever attended a preseason game?
Yes.
Yes.
I have too. I didn't stay for the whole game. I left like in the third, top of the fourth.
Traffic. Understood.
Traffic. New Jersey traffic.
I was 2018, 2019. I forgot which year it was. It was the Falcons and the Dolphins preseason game. Me and one of my wife at the time, one of her friends, actually kind of double coupled up there. Him and his wife, me and mine, we went up there. Went to Atlanta, went to the game. I thought Atlanta played well, but I saw the gaps. I thought the Dolphins played well, but I saw the gaps. But like I said, new players getting used to everything, and everybody's got to work. It's preseason, pretty much a scrimmage. No disrespect to the player.
No, that's valid.
Yeah,
because because you're trying to make the team.
Yes,
Right.
and it's pretty much a full-on practice for everybody, full-on play calling, full-on familiarizations. I think we probably do need it. They need it more than we do as fans.
Yeah, and then also too, like if people, some people may have watched Hard Knocks and they have a just understanding of how it goes, but it's like, yeah, you start off with 100 guys, and then week by week, cuts are happening.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty much auditioning for the next week,
Yes.
and then after week 3, it's like, hey, we got 53 spots.
You're auditioning for a team. Period.
You're auditioning for a team, yeah. So. And then on top of that, like for the guys that did get cut, then there might be some that they might give a call back, say, hey, we want you on our practice squad.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And also too, there's also too, where teams made their cuts, but they're like, hey, we like your guy. Can we have him? And in return, we'll have that. So they'll have trading for like to be on their practice squad, so it's really cool. A lot of times, like it's a good thing for a lot of these young cats to actually experience what it's like. That it is a business,
Yes.
but overall, it's like so far, the talent is. I mean, like the talent on all teams are great. Now the question is like who's gonna be remaining to make the 53-man roster?
That's what it comes down to.
I have a jet scene question for Tony D.
Go for it.
Brian, sorry, got to put you through this. Tony, what's your take on from a few weeks ago? The great Aaron Rodgers basically said, "I don't need preseason." Were you okay with it? Were you kind of like, dude, you're coming off of Achilles? Maybe you should be doing a little something out there. I mean, he's practicing, yes, but he says, I don't need preseason.
He doesn't. He's got 20 years in the game.
Okay.
His team needs him for preseason. He doesn't need it. Last preseason, everything was looking lovely. We all know because we all saw it on the press. Everything was looking lovely last preseason. I will base it off of that. Injury-wise, I think he needs to get out there. But like you said, he's been practicing.
Right.
The risk is if he goes out there and gets hurt again, they go to season.
It's
now for those who think that's a bunch of crap. I'm gonna need you to go back to when it happened to it was either Brady or Vic, if not both of them.
Michael Vick with the ACL,
Yes.
and then with Brady, it was like the ACL.
It was either the preseason or one of the first games they was out. So I get it.
You remember in '99 with Vinny Testaverde? Remember he blew his joint and the season was over just like that?
Yeah.
You remember.
I forgot.
It was either 98 or it was 99. I think it was 99.
99 was a good year.
99.
99, I don't remember. That was a good year. That was
99.
Yeah.
Testaverde was like 37 years old.
Ted, 99 was a good year, but I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
That was a good year. That was a good year.
Oh yeah, that's when you had Curtis Martin as a running back.
Yeah, a little early.
Hey Brian, shout out to her. 99 was a great year.
Nah, we had Curtis like in the 2000s.
Oh, okay. Okay, he was still a Patriot at that time.
I actually put football on the back burner that year.
Yo, I just remember 37-year-old Testaverde went out there and blew his Achilles, and it was just like that. It was over.
Testaverde was controversial as QB. I remember when he got drafted, my grandmother was so mad because she didn't like him for some reason. But I mean, he's Hall of Fame numbers. He's Hall of Fame numbers. Because he was with the Jets, he was with the Bucks.
He's with the Bucks all those years.
He went to Dallas too, didn't he?
I think he did. He did go to Dallas.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he spent time with the USFL. I'm not sure. I think
no.
I think he. You know what?
For the USFL, I think it was like what
Steve Young,
Jim Kelly.
Then
you had Steve Young. Gus Frerotte, or wait, no, what was that other guy? Bills quarterback, Doug Flutie.
Yes.
Yeah, Doug Flutie. Yeah, he played for the USFL.
Drafted by the Bucks, then he played for the Browns, then the Ravens, then the Jets, then the Cowboys, then the Jets again, then the Patriots, then the Panthers. I thought he went down to Carolina for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know he was from. Yo, born in Brooklyn and living in Yo,
I was at a game once, and it was so scary. I'll release the footage to you guys. I was at a game, and I saw Vinny was there, Curtis Martin was there, Joe Klecko was there. Mark Gastineau was there. Klecko was there, but I think he might have been on the radio.
Shout out to Gastineau.
Mark Gastineau was there.
Jimbo Elliott. I remember those two from back then.
Yes. But the sad thing about it was they were walking across the field, and I had field passes that day. So I was actually on the field, if you believe it or not. Look at the Instagram, and you'll see some photos in there.
Young Ted.
Yeah, man.
with hair.
Yes, and a full beard. Yo, the way the guys were walking, it hurt you.
Yes.
And you just say, yo, that's all they gave their bodies up for this.
Yes, the sport does. I talked about that with Fireman Rich yesterday. Check out his Let's Talk Football broadcast, everybody, for real.
Okay.
Me and Rich chopped it up pretty good. He can't wait for the fantasy football start either. He can't wait. Shout out to you and him and Brian. Golf Hawk has been messaging me, yo. I'm like, I know, man. I know. We gotta get everybody together. I want the round table, man. You know, cats don't answer on Tuesday afternoons. They can send clips all day, but they can't respond to it.
He said, what did he say, Brian? He said, I'm gonna shut this group chat down.
That's like how I stop a chat. Hey, yo, when we gonna broadcast? No, nobody.
Yo, we gonna broadcast.
Because for one of my ESPN leagues is this Sunday at 5.
I got draft tomorrow. I got draft Saturday. I got a draft.
And then so for right now, currently, I mean, I'm like it's Belt Kings, and then my 2 ESPN leagues, because the other ESPN league is the Nonsensical League. So
I saw that alert. His is coming up. I got
I'm ready to claim my championship.
I don't know what I'm gonna do this season. And I'll be honest, since we own it, I don't know how mine's going to do this season, pick-wise, team-wise, depending on who I get. I'm in a dynasty league, which is the leagues that continue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know some of the swaps that I will make right now.
I'm already on it.
Yeah, I see you.
I'm already on it, so
I see you. And also, shout out to Around the Horn and PTI coming back on the air today. I didn't notice that.
You talked it up last week.
Pardon the interruption. But yeah, I'm ready. And also too, I mean, I gotta keep tabs on the XFL as well. Maybe we do an XFL.
I talked to Bathurst, checked the broadcast, did a couple of days ago. He actually had the rankings of some of the best players in each position.
Oh, okay.
That's going to help.
He's getting
we'll see about tomorrow. We'll see about Saturday. Like I said, I won't be working this weekend since I got Jason with me.
Okay.
Once I get him situated, I could probably do about an hour or two. And we just need to. I want to look everything over. I don't want to just ramble. I kind of want us there. You know, Mike is good with stats and the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching a few things, and I just want everybody there. I really do. That's going to be my thing. But Sunday morning is looking good for me.
So, if you're in this league, you got to at least make one appearance on the stream /
I'm not going to do that. It's been 2 seasons. I can't keep you jokers come up here. Nobody listen to me. I broke everything down day 1. We about to be in season 3. Ain't even giving people to get the app on their phone so they get the notification about when is the show. I got to change the chat on the Instagram too, because I would throw the link there. I got to change that up. So I'm probably going to delete the old one and make a new one this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. But we will have something.
Okay.
We will have something. Definitely a broadcast. We need to get everybody together. See when's a good time for the draft.
Yep.
Everybody, yep. And I know Smoke's traveling. I have watched that, so I don't see what happen then.
Yeah, because he was just like, let me know on an actual date that he can be available. But hey, I mean, he's always getting first round picks. So what's the complaint about?
Hey, Smoke, he talking about you. I'm gonna let you handle that. You know how he do. Keep playing. You know how he do.
Oh my God.
I know.
You know how he do.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, I'm just ready. I mean, the Rams play the Texans this weekend. So
somebody's playing tonight. I forgot who was playing tonight right now.
2 games.
What? I didn't see that on Twitch.
Yeah, it's on Twitch right now. It's the Colts and the Bengals.
Oh,
Or
don't
was.
sleep on. Do not sleep on the Colts.
Or what? Yeah, don't sleep on the Colts. No,
Nope.
sleep on the Colts.
Do not sleep on the Colts.
Quite frankly, Brian, don't sleep on the AFC South.
Nope.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Don't sleep on the AFC
Because
South.
I mean, game is over on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, but no, I mean, Anthony Richardson's coming back from the concussion protocols and everything, so he's coming back with a vengeance because he's been back at the lab, and then with the him, Jonathan Taylor, Moelle Cox, the tight end, and then you got your weapons. I mean, my God, I cannot wait to see that again.
Got a topic for y'all, if you don't mind.
Go.
If you would like. Did you see T-Pain's most recent interview?
No.
I did not.
He has made more money recently than he ever did in his music career. Guess how?
He's
Partnered up with Prime.
doing like bar mitzvahs and all of that. Cameo.
Video gaming on Twitch. Guess how much he's making?
How much?
A lot.
$60,000 an hour.
That's a good look.
I mean,
could play Paperboy and Spy Hunter for an hour. For half of that money, I'll retire.
Yeah.
We in the wrong business.
Yeah. I mean, because like who I follow on Twitch. I'm
working once a week, and I'm on vacation.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to walk around here looking like Cameron and Mace, and these jokers is playing video games.
Yeah, I mean, like Sauce Gardner.
Sauce is always on there. Sauce is always
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I follow. I know there's more.
Snoop has been up there doing it. Be Real does a broadcast. I subscribe to a lot of celebrities. I see what they're doing and everything, but $60K an hour?
Yeah.
Dog.
It's ridiculous.
Dog.
But yeah,
I'm working once a week. That's it.
Yep.
Oh, believe me, I mean, because like one of my coworkers, like he does Twitch, and he's making his side hustle on Twitch, playing video games and stuff like that. And my only thing is like, shit, dude. Like if I actually figured how to operate Twitch, then yeah, I'd be on there too, man.
You had all week. Get to work.
Yeah, look, I'm trying to cover more important stuff right now.
No, you ain't. Oh, no. I've seen what you've been doing all week. All right.
Hey, I was just taking breaks. Apparently, extended amount of break. Yes, I will admit that.
We at the 53-minute mark.
I mean, that one short that I said, that was pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was. Dude.
I mean, you could play it if you like. Let the hate mail begin.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from that one for this week.
But the Office ones are pretty funny though.
No, they were.
Like I'm like, dang, Veronica don't play.
Oh my God. Man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I gotta go to work in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm pulling a Tony D.
The old you would have been done by now.
Yeah. Pulling a Tony D. Tony D is just like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta wake up at 2:30.
Yeah. I guess it's safe. I mean, yeah, I gotta wake up at 9 or 10 a.m.
Lucky you.
Got jokes. I got
jokes.
I
know. Everyone's like, wow. Everybody's going like, yeah, it must be.
I got jokes. Keep messing.
Everybody's like, wow, it must be nice. I'm like, yeah, if you racked up 101 PTO hours, yeah, I'm using it wisely.
You better hope I don't ever get in. I'm gonna show you Had to be up here and do some things. I'm gonna show you. And honestly, it was I could have been in the same situation as you. My health was a bit of an issue this year. I had a couple of what I felt like were relapses. It's I'm gonna say that for another day. I do want to cover that one day though, Ted, for real. I kind of go in depth with it and I might do it. I meant to hit Brian up. See if I do it in one day this weekend because I want to do a long COVID broadcast.
Okay.
Oh yeah, have you noticed like none of that other stuff was being broadcasted now. It was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Well, it was so isolated to one area, it hasn't hit global, even though they made it a pandemic. But we got to look at that more too, because like I said, it was brand new news when I brought it out. But long COVID, I want to look at. Ted, I know you're on my Twitter. You see how the updates going on with it.
Yep.
Yep. I know what I still feel. I'm seeing people who are catching it. I actually just got off the phone with somebody about an hour and a half ago who got it last week, and they felt all the symptoms that I felt. I was telling them some of the things that I did. So, Brian, do stand by for that. If I was asking you to look into anything, look into what you could find on long COVID specifically. I'm going to talk about it. And I will say this, no disrespect to Ted, late night parents, anything. If you all see this, all of you who watch the replay on this, if you're not here right now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to give a damn about your research based on what I went through. Because I do know the information that was out there. When I met these guys 3 years ago, we were all talking about it.
Yep.
We had all seen a lot of the original information.
Yep.
To go through it afterwards is something else. So y'all kind of be prepared for that one. That one's going to be I'm going to be controversial.
There's nothing wrong with you being controversial.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but a lot of people want, I don't blame anybody for wanting the research, the facts. They want the links. Damn, I'm going to give you my own personal experience.
Right.
After I show you what's out there.
Right.
Because people don't understand, and this is what we used to do. We was on HAPS. We knew what was out there, but when we would talk to people from different areas, and they would tell us what they had or what they knew, what they saw outside,
or what's going on in their neighborhood,
that made it so much more valuable. I mean, it made it so much more valuable. So, my own personal experience, and quite frankly, the chastisement of people thinking that you're phony or fake or you're lying.
Or what do I know? Yeah.
I'm so on y'all's asses. Part of my language.
I mean, it's not hard. We all have these. It's like, look it up. Do your research.
Especially you weed smokers, you drinkers, you whores. I'm so on y'all's butts. Because everybody has something underlying nobody else can see, but you want to chastise those of us who are going through this, and since we can't prove it, you think we're full of it. I stand for any and everybody who has an underlying symptom that nobody else can see, but you're going through it. And it's damn near heartbreaking when you're in a detrimental situation and people think you're full of it. It bothers me. So it's going to be a little personal for me. I just want to get myself ready for how I want to bring it out. And like I said, me and Brian did this so hard a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And controversy again, a lot of what he said was proven correct. If you've ever heard the name Reza Islam, he was part of a group that was labeled as a disinformation dozen. He had to go to the Supreme Court, and he won. Play with it.
We got to wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up. Linktree, Tony did that original, trying to get my Rumble numbers up, my Mixcloud numbers up, my Twitter numbers up, my Twitch numbers up, my YouTube numbers up. Ted, appreciate you as always. Ladies and gentlemen, Late Night Parents, wait to follow the show, latenightparents.com. Follow my man Ted Hicks, the original co-host. He asked me to be his original co-host. I've been wanting Brian to be my original co-host, but we doing this. We ain't going to where we're going to be here. Appreciate you, dog.
And for uplifting closing, we shall finish out with AOC's DNC speech. No?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Brian, where can we find you?
We can't. Next.
You can find me No, hang on. You can find me on here, or you can find me on the Nonsensical Nonsense.
It's
Yes, it's true. And I'm Real Ted Hicks, and we are out. Thank you to Sadie and Random Rick
Appreciate
And
y'all.
to those of you who are lurking, we appreciate you too.